Today we are going to be making homemade conversation hearts just in time for Valentine's Day. I'm going to go ahead and let you know this is a 24-hour recipe, meaning you will need 24 hours to complete these. So if you are in a hurry, I do not suggest making these at the last minute. But they are super simple and you can customize each one just like that for your loved one. Put any little saying on it that you want. Look at that. Cute! We made ours with the big cookie cutter, but of course you can make the smaller ones, and they probably take less time to harden. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the ingredients we will be working with for the conversation hearts. You'll need 1 pack of unflavored gelatin, and you can get this over by the Jello. It's just the clear gelatin. You'll need half a cup of cold water, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. You'll also need 2 pounds of powdered sugar. You'll need extract flavoring. I am using a cherry flavoring. You can use any type of flavoring that you want. And this is over there where you get your vanilla extract and your vanilla flavoring. But we're going to use cherry. You'll also need food coloring if you want to color your conversation hearts. You will need some heart-shaped cookie cutters. You can use any size that you want. I just happened to pick these up for I think $1.88 at Walmart. So I'm going to use the bigger one. You'll also need some food colored markers. And these can be found over in the near the craft stuff, like the baking aisle. I got them in Walmart. They were over there by all the birthday cake stuff, the decorating stuff. Not where you get like the cupcakes and the sprinkles and stuff, but this is like where all the wedding stuff is and the supplies over there by the crafts. But they are Food Writer edible color markers. And these are just markers that you can write on, and I guess they're fine to eat. But that is the list of ingredients we will be working with. And I will also leave a list of all these ingredients down below in the description box. We're going to take 2 teaspoons of our corn syrup, and we're going to put them in a microwave safe bowl. So 1 and 2. Now you also want to add your packet of unflavored gelatin. And your half a cup of water. We're going to go ahead and stir that up until the gelatin is good and dissolved. I guess I can use my spoon. So go ahead and stir that up really good. You just want to make sure everything is dissolved. And once you've stirred this up, we're going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds. As it comes out of the microwave, you're just going to stir it just a little bit more to make sure everything is dissolved. Don't want no sugary gelatin substance in your bowl. We're going to be working with our mixer, and I am using my paddle attachment. Let's see if you can see it. This paddle attachment here. And we're going to start adding our powdered sugar. So you want to add a cup of powdered sugar to your mixing bowl with your mixture. Your liquid mixture, I'm sorry. Then we're going to mix this on low for a couple of minutes. Just until it's good and mixed. So just continue mixing until all your sugar is completely dissolved with your mixture. Okay, and once your first cup of sugar has completely dissolved into your liquid, we're going to go ahead and add 1 more cup of sugar. And you're going to mix that on low, just like we did the first cup. And once this cup of sugar gets dissolved, you're going to do the same exact thing with another cup, and another cup, and another cup, until you've used all of your powdered sugar. You want to use 2 pounds of powdered sugar, but you want to add it cup by cup, so it's good and mixed in. Okay, I'm now working on my 3rd cup of powdered sugar. You're going to notice that your mixture is still in liquid form, but don't worry. When you get ready to use that last cup of powdered sugar, it will form into a dough substance. Okay, and I just finished adding my last cup of powdered sugar. I got everything mixed, and as you can see, we now have a thick batter. And it's very yummy looking. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pour this onto a pan, but before you pour it onto a pan, you're going to dust the pan with powdered sugar. Just like you were making like biscuits, like you dust your pan with flour first, but we're going to dust it with powdered sugar. Here's the pan I'm going to be working with. Just put a light dusting of powdered sugar down, and we're going to take and pour our batter right here, and we're going to knead it just like we would biscuits. We're going to knead it until it is good and kneaded together, if that makes sense. You also want to get your hands good and covered with the powdered sugar so the dough mixture does not stick to your hands. And as you can see, we now have our dough on our powdered sugar dusting. We're going to take it and we're going to knead it a few times until it's good and kneaded and it's not sticky anymore. As you can see, I've got ooey gooey powdered sugar dough all over my hands, and I've made a mess. But you want to just continue rolling it out until it's no longer sticky. Mine is still sticky, so it's sticking to my hands. So just continue kneading your dough, and if you need to add more powdered sugar so it's not as sticky, do that too. But just go ahead and do it until it's good and in dough form. After you've made a complete mess of your kitchen with all the powdered sugar everywhere, now we're going to take the powdered sugar and divide it. You can divide it into smaller balls, dough balls, and this is the part where we're going to add our flavoring and the colors. So just divide it. I got mine in 5 different sections. I'm going to add my cherry extract to each one of these, and then I'm just going to choose which colors I want to use. So go ahead and do that. And you'll just need a couple of drops of your I said a couple of drops, not that much. You'll just need a couple of drops of the flavoring. I'm going to mark a little hole. And you'll just need to knead that together where it's good and coated. Okay, and if it gets a little bit sticky once you add your food coloring, you can always mix in more powdered sugar and continue kneading until the colors are mixed in properly. But mine, I'm not finished mixing, but I'm just giving you an idea of what it will look like once the food coloring is added. I'm doing a blue, a green, a red, which is more of a pink, and I guess I'll do some white. But after you've added your food coloring, we're going to get a rolling pin. You're going to dust off another surface with powdered sugar, and we're going to roll out our dough. I'm going to roll mine out probably about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then we're going to cut out our hearts. And of course, I cannot find my rolling pin. I guess the kids have ran off with it to play with their Play-Doh. So I'm having to do mine by hand. Like I said, I'm going to do mine about 1/4 of an inch thick. And once you have your dough rolled out, hopefully you have a rolling pin, you want to take your heart-shaped cookie cutter. Of course, it doesn't have to be this large. And you just want to cut out your hearts. And I'm going to go ahead and do mine, and then I'll peel them off. To continue with the red and the blue, and then we're going to place them on a pan and let them air dry for 24 hours. Okay, it hasn't quite been 24 hours yet, but they are starting to harden, as you can tell. But you want to wait a good 24 hours until they're completely hardened. But I wanted to show you guys what it looks like when you write on them. I've already wrote on a few. Kiss me, smooches. But you just take your hardened conversation heart and your food coloring marker, and you just write on them just like you would a piece of paper or something. But be careful if you are writing on them and they haven't completely hardened. You don't want to press down too much and ruin your heart. And we'll write something on this one. Mommy heart loves you. We'll make that one for my son since it's blue. But see, that's what it looks like when you write on it with the marker. And again, you want to make sure they are hardened like a conversation heart. But I think they turned out pretty good.